Abby, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make your own staggered chevron bracelet. I don't think it's actually called staggered chevron. I'm pretty sure there's another bracelet called staggered chevron. I just always called it staggered chevron even though it has but basically it's such an easy bracelet to do. There's only 2 steps that you have to repeat into alternating wise. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get started. Okay guys, so clearly this bracelet has 5 colors, your white base and then your 4 gradients. Here are the colors I'm going to be using for the tutorial. So I have my white for the background, I guess. You're going to need 8 of these strings, or if you're doing a loop, cut 4 but double the length. And then for these, you're going to need 2 strings of each color. You're going to want to choose 4 colors. So you're going to need 2 strings of each of these and then 8 strings of your white. Okay, so for the beginning of your bracelet, you're going to go ahead and tape it down to your table. And I just left out a couple inches for the ties. But once you have it on your table, you don't really need to put it in a specific pattern at the beginning. If you're going to do the triangle ends, you're going to want to have your 4 white strings, and then you're going to want it to be light to dark. And then on the opposite side, you're going to want your 4 white strings but dark to light. Okay, so the first row we're going to be doing, there are 2 main rows to this bracelet. The first row I'll be showing you guys, you're going to have to repeat that row 4 times. And then I'm going to show you the second step, or aka the second row of this bracelet. And you're going to do that 4 times. So you're going to first start off by taking your color string first. And you're going to go ahead and get your first white string as well. Make a forward-backward knot on this white string. There we go. And once you did that, you're going to take this dark blue string and you're going to make 4 backward knots on these 4 strings, and then don't do anything until you get to these white strings. So this is what you should have now. You're going to have 3 remaining white strings on the edge, and with these 3 remaining strings, you're going to do 4 knots on this one blue or colored string. Just like that, we're halfway there with the first step. Now we're going to be working on this opposite side. So you should have it split down the middle once more. We're going to go ahead and take your first white string on this side, and you're going to be doing 3 4 knots. So on these 3 white strings, just make 3 4 knots. Okay, so you're kind of getting the pattern now. Every time you're going to be having 3 white knots, and then the rest will be the colors. So with these last 4 strings, you're just going to make backward knots all on this white string like that. There we go. That is the first row, and you're going to go ahead and do that 3 more times. So you're going to be doing that row until you finish out all of your colors, and you should end up with your colors at the edge, your white in the center, colors in the center, white at the edge. So it'll be the exact opposite of what we had before. And now I can show you guys the second step that you'll be repeating 3 more times after this one. So you're going to start off by taking your dark color string from the center. You're basically doing this first row but flipped. So you're going to take this, you're going to do a backward 4 knot on your white string. Okay, so once you finish your backward 4 knot, you're going to take this string. You're going to make 4 knots on the next 4 strings, but these last 3 ones right here, you're going to do backward knots on that. So basically the flipped version of this side. Okay, so on the opposite side, we're going to be taking your white string here, and we're going to be doing, again, the flipped version of this side. So we're going to be doing 3 backward knots on these strings, and then with the last 4, you're going to be making 4 knots on this one white string. So 3 backwards, and then 3 forwards. Okay, so now that you've finished that row, basically with your white string, you're going to repeat that 3 more times. And once you finish those 3 more rows, you're gonna skip back to whatever timestamp I have here of when I started here. So you're gonna be repeating those 2 steps, taking turns until you get to the end of your bracelet. Okay guys, so I finished my bracelet off camera and now I'm at the point where I have to repeat from step 1 again. But as you can see in this bracelet here, I want to do the triangle ends. So I'm going to quickly show you how to end it with this specific pattern. So in the bracelet, I've gotten to this right here. And what I'm going to be doing for this section, so I'm going to do a normal row from my first step. And then with every row that I do, I'm going to pull out the last string. So I'm going to do this row normally, then pull out the last strings on both sides, then do your row normally, then pull out the next string, and keep on doing that until you get a V pattern. So yeah. Okay guys, so I finished my bracelet and now I'm going to be doing the 2 triangle ends at the bottom, and I'll be making my twisted ties like I did on this side, and I'm going to show you guys the final product. And here is the final bracelet. I think it turned out so cute. I love the colors so much. I might want to make this into a collection and maybe add like a purple one or maybe a green one. I might do a yellow to green one next, I guess, and then a purple to like pink. I don't know, but I think it turned out so cute. I don't even know which one I like more, but yeah. Guys, the bracelet is absolutely so beautiful. I loved how it turned out so much. And like I was saying, I might make a collection of these bracelets and make another color. I just cannot wait, but I'm so happy that I can finally put out more content for you guys, more bracelet videos. This was the first bracelet I made since last year. Actually, I haven't really made anything this year and I'm so proud of it. It took me, I think, 3 or 4 hours to make, which is really not bad. Like, I'm very proud of myself. I'm so glad that it was a normal pattern because I'm always making alphas. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!